I'm taking full responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your outcomes. Too often, people live as though life happens to them instead of realizing that life is something they create. They blame others, their parents, their bosses, the government, or even bad luck for their struggles, their failures, and their circumstances. But here's the truth: blaming others only gives away your power. Taking responsibility means accepting that no matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, and no matter how unfair life may seem, you are the one in control of your next step. It's about owning your decisions, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and understanding that the life you live today is the result of the choice. When you take responsibility, you realize that excuses don't serve you. Excuses are nothing but stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction. I didn't have the right resources, the timing wasn't right. Nobody supported me, but guess what? Plenty of people have succeeded with less than you have. The difference is they didn't wait for someone to hand them a perfect situation. They made the most of what they had and worked relentlessly to improve it. Taking responsibility also means refusing to be a victim of your circumstances. Yes, life can be unfair. Yes, things happen that are beyond your control. But while you may not control everything that happens to you, you always control how you respond. That response is your power. Blaming others or dwelling on the unfairness of life will only keep you stuck. Instead, focus on what you can do to change, grow, and move forward. It's not easy. It requires courage to look in the mirror and admit that some of your struggles are the result of your own choices or lack of action. But that courage is what separates those who succeed from those who settle. Taking responsibility is not about beating yourself up for past mistakes. It's about learning from them and using them as stepping stones to something greater. When you take responsibility, you become the author of your story. You take back control of your life. You stop waiting for someone else to fix things or for circumstances to magically improve, and you start creating the life you want. It's a mindset shift, a declaration to yourself that no matter what happens, I will take ownership of my journey. And here's the beauty of it: once you take responsibility, you free yourself. You free yourself from the frustration of waiting for others to change. You free yourself from the limitations of excuses. You free yourself to become the person you were meant to be. Motivation is fleeting. It's like a spark, exciting, energetic, but short-lived. Discipline, on the other hand, is the steady flame that keeps burning no matter how the winds of life blow. Relying on motivation to achieve your goals is like waiting for good weather to sail. Discipline is the ability to set sail no matter what the conditions are, because you're committed to the journey, doctor. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's easy to take action when you're motivated, inspired, or excited. But what about the days when you're tired, stressed, or just not in the mood? Those are the moments when discipline steps in. Discipline keeps you on track when motivation fades, when challenges arise, and when doubt creeps in. Important to understand that discipline is not a trait you're born with. It's a skill you develop through practice. It starts with small, consistent actions that build momentum over time. Every time you choose to stick to your plan instead of giving in to excuses, you strengthen your discipline. Each decision reinforces your ability to show up, no matter how you feel in the moment. Motivation is based on emotions, and emotions are unpredictable. One day you feel inspired, the next you feel overwhelmed. Discipline, however, is rooted in commitment. It's not about how you feel, it's about what you've decided to do. It's about setting clear goals and following through, no matter the obstacles. Discipline takes control away from fleeting emotions and puts it back in your hands. Discipline creates habits, and habits are the building blocks of success. When you commit to showing up every day, the actions that once felt hard begin to feel automatic. You don't think twice about brushing your teeth or tying your shoes because they're ingrained habits. The same can be true for working out, reading, or pursuing your goals. Discipline lays the foundation for these habits to take root. It's not about being perfect. Discipline doesn't mean you'll never feel lazy or make mistakes. It means that even when you stumble, you get back up and keep going. Discipline teaches you to value progress over perfection and to see each day as a new opportunity to move closer to your goals. Building discipline requires structure. It's about creating routines, setting boundaries, and eliminating distractions. It's about prioritizing long-term rewards over short-term comfort. Discipline helps you focus on what truly matters, even when there are countless other things competing for your attention. While motivation is often external, a speech, a book, a moment of inspiration, discipline is internal. It comes from within, from a decision to hold yourself accountable and to act in alignment with your values and goals. It's about building trust with yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Building discipline requires structure. It's about creating routines, setting boundaries, and eliminating distractions. It's about prioritizing long-term rewards over short-term comfort. Discipline helps you focus on what truly matters, even when there are countless other things competing for your attention. While motivation is often external, a speech, a book, a moment of inspiration, discipline is internal. It comes from within, from a decision to hold yourself accountable and to act in alignment with your values and goals. It's about building trust with yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you prove to yourself that you're capable.